Hello everyone, today is the 5th of May. Whether you are much into football or not, you could hardly have missed the recent pushback and protest directed against the proposal for a European Super League, culminating in the storming of the Old Trafford Field of Dreams last Sunday. 12 of the global game's most elite and wealthiest clubs made a bid to cut themselves loose from everyone else. If their plan had come to pass, lo and behold, they would have cushioned and cocooned themselves from anything as risky as the failure represented by relegation. It all turned out to be very fleeting and frail, though. The wind of protest blew and it was gone, swifter than the summer's grass and flowers, poetically pictured by Isaiah and the psalmist. Check out Isaiah 40 and Psalm 103. In their way, the Big 12 were trying to raise the drawbridge, pull up the ladder after themselves as they sought a safe space above the struggle for survival going on below. Without over-dramatizing, they were like the little cluster of well-groomed and even more well-heeled people we've often seen at the end of a movie, waiting to be airlifted out of trouble. You can picture the scene. The blades are whirring. The beautiful ones just make it on board before the helicopter or aeroplane lifts off. As for those left behind, best not to think about them too much. Interestingly, one of the movers and shakers who tried to engineer this new hyper-elitism announced rather grandly to my mind that its aim was, and I quote, to save football. Now, my grandfather loved football, but told me to always remember that it was just 22 grown men chasing a bag of wind around a field. Aside from the self-importance in the statement about saving football, it raises questions about the model and understanding of salvation on offer. So is salvation really about escape? Finding a way to dodge the coming doom? Getting out of a sticky situation ahead of others? Thinking, as long as I'm rescued, everyone else can hang by their own tail? Or, fundamentally, is salvation about a profound sense of trusting and believing and knowing that you belong to God and are at peace with God and your neighbour, with whom you are in an unbreakable relationship and whose welfare you can never forget? Until very recently, I didn't realise that several leading football clubs, Manchester City, Everton, Southampton, Fulham, for example, were founded by local churches in the 1800s, founded as a way for young men in the congregations not only to enjoy themselves, but also to learn to work together in a team, with everyone valued and having a role to play. This is a very different vision to the one that animated the architects of the 12-club football Super League. Sunday sees the start of Christian Aid Week. Christian Aid operates out of the vision that, like a good team, we are called to work together to create a better world for all. It insists that there can be no Super League of the most developed countries cutting themselves loose from everyone else, cushioning and cocooning themselves from the hardships of everyone else, raising the drawbridge against everyone else, pulling up the ladder to distance themselves from the struggles going on in the rest of the world, lifting off and leaving behind the less fortunate. Christian Aid believes that everyone has value and a role to play. At one of its deepest levels, the Bible envisions that no one will be truly saved until all are rescued and included, both here and hereafter. Following a football game, there will often be a big meal for all involved. Other sports do the same sort of thing. Think of the following incredible vision of Isaiah as the best post-match dinner ever. One where all are welcome. None are excluded. There is no rich elite trying to get away from everyone else. And everything is put right. Isaiah says the Lord Almighty will prepare a feast of rich food for all people, a banquet of good wine and the best of fare. God will get rid of the shadows hanging over us all. God will swallow up death forever. The sovereign Lord will wipe away the tears from all faces. The Lord has spoken. We should listen. For as the psalmist puts it, the poor will eat and be satisfied. All the ends of the earth will turn to the Lord. All the families of the nations will worship God. Whoever you support in football or anything else, when it comes to ending the scandal of global poverty and sharing the good news of what God intends for every family on earth, we should all be on the same side. God bless. Bye for now.